I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. After I saw that shadow standing in the doorway of room 216, I locked my door, pushed the chair against it, and sat on the edge of the bed staring at the hallway through the peephole. Nothing moved. The hallway stayed empty, but the feeling didn't go away. That heavy feeling, like someone was standing just out of sight, watching. Around 5 in the morning, the sky outside started turning gray. The motel parking lot slowly came back to life. A car drove past. Somewhere a door slammed. Normal sounds, normal daylight. For a moment, I almost convinced myself I had imagined everything. By 8 a.m., I was downstairs in the motel lobby. The manager stood behind the counter, wiping a coffee mug with a rag that looked older than the building itself. He didn't look surprised to see me. "Morning," he said. I hesitated before speaking. "How many rooms are on the second floor?" He stopped wiping the mug. 214, he said slowly. "I saw another door," I said. "Room 216. The manager's expression changed just slightly. Not shock, not confusion, just annoyance. "There's no 216, he said flatly. "I saw it," I insisted. "At the end of the hall." He stared at me for a long moment. Then he leaned forward over the counter. "You should forget about that room," he said quietly. Something about the way he said it made the hair on my arm stand up. "Why?" I asked. He straightened again and went back to wiping the mug. "Because people who get curious about that room," he said, "usually don't sleep very well afterward." That was it. He wouldn't say another word. I went back upstairs around noon. The hallway looked exactly the same as the night before. Same buzzing lights, same worn carpet. And there it was, room 216. The door looked older than the others somehow. The paint was darker. The numbers were scratched and uneven, like they had been carved into the wood years ago. I walked toward it slowly. Every instinct told me to turn around. But I didn't. I stood in front of the door. The hallway was silent. I reached out and grabbed the handle. Locked. I expected that. But as I pulled my hand away, I noticed something. The door wasn't closed all the way. It was barely cracked open. Just a thin black line between the door and the frame. And from inside the room, I heard breathing. Slow, heavy breathing. My heart started racing. "Hello?" I called softly. No answer. The breathing stopped. For a few seconds, the hallway was completely silent. Then something inside the room moved, a slow scrape, like a chair dragging across the floor. I should have walked away. I should have gone back to my room, packed my bags, and left that motel forever. Instead, I pushed the door. It creaked open slowly. The room inside looked almost normal. A bed, a small TV, a suitcase sitting on the mattress. The air smelled stale, like the room hadn't been opened in years. But the weirdest part was the temperature. It was freezing, cold enough that I could see my breath. I stepped inside. The door behind me creaked shut. I turned around quickly, but the hallway was gone. The door was still there. But when I opened it, it didn't lead back to the motel hallway. It led to another room 216. Identical. Same bed, same suitcase, same freezing air. That's when I heard the whisper again. Right behind me, soft, close to my ear. "You shouldn't have come in here." I spun around. The room was empty, but the suitcase on the bed was open now. And inside it were clothes, covered in dried blood, and beneath them, a stack of motel keys, all labeled the same thing, 216.